Right guys, welcome to this. This is the last of the monthly videos for this month, which is March 2022. How we fly on. And so far this month we've lost two people. Unfortunately, we lost Krista Jacobson and we lost Alex Alera, who didn't put videos in. I'm sat there crying at night. But we did gain Nick the Shogunate, boom, drum roll, and Scott from Sengoku Studies, who did videos this month, which is superb. So we lost two and gained two. Well, lost two, and I think Scott did one for both, which is great. We've still there. We've still got people included. So what I'm going to do today is tell you how the samurai would commit suicide with a helmet. Now, it's weird, that isn't it, how they commit suicide with a helmet. But actually, what I'm actually mean is how they use their helmet, or how they deal with their helmet when they commit suicide, which is seppuku in Japanese. So I have to be clear here though, it comes from one source only, this so far. It doesn't mean it's not in other sources, it just means I've never gone to look for it. So we're looking at the Book of Samurai, Samurai Arms, Armour and the Tactics of Warfare, which is a scroll from about the 1660s. The date we can put to this scroll is about 1660. But it says here in the commentary, which is a bit later than the original, so the commentary is the oral traditions that were written down. It says here, there's an old saying that says, "For the inside of your helmet has been seen by others." So when you say to someone, "Oh, the inside of his helmet was seen by others," meaning that a total defeat by the enemy, if the inside of your helmet is visible, it means you're about to be decapitated. Right, that was actually on page 301, guys, of this book. But if you go backwards and go back to page 291, you come across something called Tenku no Koto. Now, Tenku is basically the void hole, the vent here that goes up. And if you look at the oral traditions inside of Nato Review for this, it says this. Also, it is an old custom that when someone is defeated in battle and he's going to cut his own stomach, he first removes his helmet by putting his finger into this tenku hole. Furthermore, you can rest your helmet, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't have a tenku hole on mine. I have got a crazy helmet. So, what it's saying is you don't put your finger in the hole in the top of the head, yeah, because it's the seat of Hachiman. It's the seat of the gods. Secondly, it says, because you might get your finger stuck, it then says the oil on your finger might degrade the iron around the hole, which is a problem. And also, you don't put your finger in the hole unless you're committing suicide. Now, if you piece all these pieces together, what it means is that somebody defeated in battle, somebody defeated in battle would actually put their hands up. Back in the days when most of them had holes in the top, they would put the finger into the hole and pull their helmet off and show the inside of their lining. And like, I am going to show it and put it down and say, I am now ready to die. And then they would take off their armour and open their stomach and be decapitated. So if we piece those two things together, we always does that. If we piece those two things together, we get the idea that there's an old tradition before the 1600s where samurai would, to commit seppuku, would take their helmet off like that. Excuse me, I'm still ill, guys. So, again, it's all from the same document, so I would have to go deeper into that, but most likely I will find it. So there. The second thing, which is I have to pick my helmet, which keeps falling off the bloody bench. So the second thing comes from a different book, written within 10 years of that one. So that was written, this is written in 1676, this was written in 1660-ish. So that is the older one. So this one, the Book of Ninja, is actually not in this book. It's in an appendices, if you want to put on the end, by the O'Hara family. And it was written later than this, so written later than 1676, probably 1700s. And it talks about, it's called this, the Bansen Shukai Gunyo Hiki. So the Bansen Shukai Gunyo Hiki, which is actually a military treatise about, basically, you know, how you go to war. And it says in there, if I'm remembering rightly, that when you go to war and you kill someone, but you're not taking any heads, the day, you know, there's too many heads to take, so you've got to just, you know, you got to be quick. So basically, just to backtrack, I'm sort of assuming you know there, but basically to backtrack, people in old samurai times wanted to take the heads. If there wasn't enough time to take the heads, then they would take trophies and other bits. And what it says is, if you can't find anything, you've got to be vouched for very quickly. You grab another samurai and say, you've just seen me kill this man, you've seen me take his head off, and I can't do anything with it, or he's just lay on the floor and his head's still on. Will you vouch for me? And the other samurai says yes. He takes his helmet off and he cuts the lining out. He cuts a bit of the lining out and says, there you go. This is my promise. I will vouch to you. And what they do is they vouch to each other, find each other later. And the other samurai says, yeah, I saw him, or he saw him. And what you do is you look in the inside of their helmets for bits of lining that have been ripped out or cut out. And you can say, yes, your lining's the same as that. Remember, it wasn't all standard lining. There'd be different colours and flavours and everything. So, and the shape would be the same. You can say, yes, we match. My lining's cut, your lining's cut, or whichever way they do it. And you say, right, we were the ones on the battlefield. Because remember, they're helmeted up and done everything. So on the battlefield, they are saying, you vouch for me, yeah, I vouch for you, there you go. The lining fits, yes, I saw this man kill another man, and it was at such and such a place, which means he can go back to the record, the Yuhitsu, the guy who records it, the secretary, and he can say, yes, I saw this man kill, he deserves 10 gold pieces or whatever, do you know what I mean? So that's that. So there you go, guys. I hope that helps. So that is now helmets done, samurai helmets done. So next month we're going to be doing Mayadate, which is the crests. We're going to be doing the crests, and I know Scott's already I think he's getting his video ready. I'm not sure what Nick's doing. I might have to chase up Krista and Alex Alera. Alex doesn't have his own channel, he does it on mine, but he's Italian. It's not his fault, too lazy, and he's doing all these sort of like, it's like the Spanish doing their siestas, the Italians just sit around all day doing now. This is true. And we'll be dealing with that. And then the month after that, Scott's going to lead the month, and we're going to be doing face masks. So next month, April, we'll be doing Mayadate and Ushirodate and Wakedate, front, back, side. And after that, the month after that, Scott will be leading the face masks one. So there we go. So make sure you subscribe to Sengoku Studies. You can see the list. These monthly videos are all in the list. I hope you enjoy it. I'm looking forward to what you guys have to say about this strange seppuku and samurai.